All righty. Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to Grand Lake Health Systems Field in St. Mary's, Ohio. I'm Joe Hurlbert alongside Zach Farrell, where tonight we bring you first-round playoff action in Division III, Region 12, as the St. Mary's Roughriders 8-2 host the Franklin Wildcats at 4-6. Zach, it's playoff time. Second season, if you will. The Roughriders have got a home field game tonight. And where we go from here depends on how everything transpires as other games around the area as far as Region 12 is concerned. But tonight, the Franklin Wildcats are here under first-year head coach Larry Cox, and we've played these Wildcats before.
Yeah, the playoff system is a little bit different this year. You have 16 teams making it. Of course, last year we had a crazy playoff system where everybody in the state made it who wanted to, and playoffs started halfway through the season. But going back 2 years ago, we have an expanded playoff from 8 teams to 16 teams, which has led to an extra round of playoffs. So there are 6 total rounds of playoffs, and we are in Division III, Region 12. And it's pretty interesting to look at the bracket. We were wrong. We thought that we were going to be in the same side of the bracket as Wapakoneta, and that if we won tonight, we would potentially face Wapakoneta at home next week. The way the way the bracket is shaped up, we're going to play the winner of Hamilton-Ross and Dayton-Chaminade-Julian. If Dayton-Chaminade-Julian wins, they're a lower seed than us, so we will still have a second home playoff game. If Hamilton-Ross wins, we'll be going down to Hamilton-Ross to play down there. So, yeah, it's an interesting year for playoffs getting started like this with the expanded playoffs. We are at field tonight, 56 degrees, and rain really coming down. So it's a good football night, good for Rough Rider football.
Absolutely. Well, the Franklin Wildcats come in with an overall record of 4-6 overall. They were 2-5 in the Southwestern Buckeye League in the East Division. Offensively, they come in averaging 15.9 points per contest. Defensively, they're giving up 18.9. They've lost their last 4 ball games in a row, so they're kind of on a skid and would like to get back on the winning track with a win over the Rough Riders tonight. And they are actually 1-5 on the road, so they are not a very good road team. Their quarterback tonight will be Tressel Gibson. He's a junior. He's completed 10 of 33 passes on the season for 197 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. We might also see senior quarterback Drew Isaacs as well. He's attempted 40 passes on the season, completed just 12 for 134 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. The running back that will carry most of the load tonight for the Wildcats is Pierce Bowerly. He's a senior. He's carried the ball 90 times for 414 yards and 5 touchdowns. So the Rough Riders are going to have to play defense tonight and just come ready to play.
Yeah, Franklin runs interesting. It looks a lot like a wing tee, but there's no wing backs. There's a lot that I saw. A lot of full house backfields with 3 running backs, a lot of off-tackle runs from that, some toss sweeps, and a lot of sprint-out passes from the quarterback. So certainly tonight with the way the rain's coming down, we're going to see a lot of running on both sides.
Well, this Rough Rider kickoff return is being brought to you by Laura Yelton State Farm Insurance. Be a legend, insure your life. Laura Yelton State Farm Insurance in St. Mary's. Kicking off for the Franklin Wildcats, number 12, Isaiah Bales. And this ball game is underway. We got a deep kick, and it is mishandled, but picked up by Sullivan, I believe, and he'll get it back close to the 20-yard line, maybe to the 21.
Yeah, good job by Brandon Sullivan not to panic. Picked up the ball, took his time, and ended up making a not too bad of a return out of it.
Well, they'll place the ball at the 20-yard line, so the Rough Riders will have it 1st and 10 on their first possession of the ball game. Gavin Reineke is your quarterback. He'll give the ball to Hemmelgarn. Hemmelgarn, he's going to the 40. He's to the 50. There's nobody in his way. The very first play of the game, the Rough Riders score 80 yards away. Hemmelgarn, touchdown.
That's a way to start a game, Joe. We saw Franklin come out with just a 4-4 look. Didn't put a lot of men in the box. And excellent job from Braden Himmelgarn taking advantage, picking the slot. And next thing you know, 10 yards down the field, nobody touching them.
Absolutely not. What a run. What a good job at the point of attack by those people up front. Caleb Miller, Stosh Patterson, Chase Jacobs, Ryan Davis, Braden Salyer, Ryan Meyer. The point after touchdown is up, and it is good by Bowers. So with 11:40 to go here in the first quarter, the Rough Riders strike quickly, and they lead on the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard 7-0. Back right after this.
American Manufacturing Solutions is proud to invest in St. Mary's and proud to sponsor Rough Rider football. Think AMS, think logistics. Done right. AMS is your complete supply chain solutions provider. Have electrical service needs? AMS can take care of that too. Call us at 419-300-1007 or visit us at AmericanMFGSolutions.com.
Alrighty, this Rough Rider kickoff is being brought to you by Laura Yelton State Farm Insurance. Be a legend, insure your life. Laura Yelton State Farm Insurance. Back to return the kickoff for the Franklin Wildcats is Brody Whaley and Ethan Atkins. They'll be standing at the 5-yard line. Checking the flags, the wind is blowing from the northeast. So Bowers gets his foot out into this one. It could very well sail into the end zone, but we'll just have to wait and see. Both teams will have to contend with wet footballs throughout the course of the evening. And, of course, the Rough Riders are not a passing team, so I don't think it'll affect them very much, but we'll have to see how it affects the Franklin Wildcats as they're about to get the ball the first time. There's the kick by Bowers. It's going to be short, and, well, it goes into the end zone,
wow.
And it's going to be a touchback.
Did not look like it had enough length on it off the tee.
I didn't think it did either.
And it just kept carrying into the end zone.
Yeah, I thought he was going to catch it at about the 5-yard line, but the next thing you know, he's in the end zone, and it's a touchback. So the Franklin Wildcats will have the football 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Not your traditional line drive kick out of the end zone from Bowers, but which is really nice to see that he's got still that length with getting that much height on it too.
Quarterback is Tressel Gibson, a junior. He's under center. He'll turn. He'll give the football to number 45, and he's to the 40-yard line. He's to the 50. He cuts back. He's to the 30, to the 25, and they finally catch him from behind. Boy, and just like that.
Let's watch this replay here. Really just a kind of a weak handoff there. A couple guys inside. Giesecke and Stosh Patterson, not really sure what they were doing there. Missed tackle down the field and some pretty good downfield blocking from Franklin. Hopefully
Gibson.
that wakes the defense up.
He'll give it back to number 45. That is Hunter Prickett. So that was a player that was not on my radar. Hunter Prickett.
5'10", 180-pound sophomore, looking to get some good touches from their sophomore running back here. Yeah, don't see him on any stats, do you?
I don't.
Hunter Prickett, 3 attempts on the year for
That's
6 yards.
Well, he just quadrupled that and more on that first run. So Gibson out of the shotgun. He'll have Prickett to his left. He'll go back. He's looking for a receiver. He's going to go to the corner of the end zone. And it is intercepted by Brandon Bowers. Picks it off in the end zone. So after the big, long run by Prickett, the Wildcats are turned away as Gibson threw one in the corner. You'll see it on your screen. A nice position there by Bowers. And the Rough Riders will have the ball 1st and 10.
Bowers did the right thing, turned around, found the ball, and turned himself into a wide receiver. We've talked about that in Rules of the Game with Mark Cisco several times. When that ball's in the air, the defensive players have just as much right to the ball as the offensive player. So you can go for the ball just like you're a receiver, and nobody's allowed to interfere with your catch either.
Ross Henson on the carry. And nice gain by, I believe that's Ross.
Yep, Ross Henson.
Yep. He almost busted it right up the middle. You see it on your on the replay.
Yeah, he had some room to run. Got enough room as it was, but had some room to run after that. Number 23, Pierce Bowerly, 6'1", 220-pound senior from Franklin, saved a touchdown on that one.
Aiden Hinkle, the ball carrier, and he busts through, and he'll be close to a first down.
Wow, just not seeing really any ability for the defensive line of Franklin to, one, get in the backfield, or two, even get some touches on the Roughrider running backs as they're coming through the line.
We'll give Hinkle a gain of 9 on the play. So we'll call it 2nd down and 1 for the Roughriders. Roughriders have an opportunity to maybe throw some razzle-dazzle, put one in the air, but the way they're moving the ball on the ground, I don't think that's going to be the case.
I think with the rain, too, no need to.
Henson spins, keeps his feet moving, and he'll get to the 50-yard line, so it'll be a Fowler TV first down. So they'll move the sticks, and the ball will be placed right at the 50-yard line. You'll see on the instant replay. Good job by the line up front, just moving people out of the way. 1st and 10, St. Mary's, 9 minutes remaining here in the first quarter on the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard. I want to thank them fine folks for sponsoring our scoreboard all season long and throughout the playoffs. Hinkle, we'll give him a gain of about 4 on the play. He'll be brought down at about the 46-yard line.
Yeah, we were talking before the game, Joe. The OHSAA is not just charging all of the fans more and taking all of the tickets, as many people have talked about, but they are also charging media such as us extra for playoff games. So we really, really appreciate all of our sponsors out there.
Absolutely.
We would not be able to bring these playoff games without their help.
Give the ball to Mabry. Colton's first carry of the night, and we'll give him a gain of about 4. We will be showing time to time, we'll have up on our screen of ways that you, the viewer, can support Rider Nation Station and their efforts to bring you Rough Rider athletics through the course of the season and all the things that Rider Nation Station does around the area and especially in the community of St. Mary's. So there'll be some ways to donate, and we'll bring that to you throughout the course of the ball game for those that would wish to support Rider Nation Station. Ross Henson will pick up another Fowler TV first down as he gets it to the Franklin, we'll call it the 38-yard line.
Great job on that side. Stosh Patterson getting out on the linebacker. Chase Jacobs moving on to the second level. And good hard running from Ross Henson.
First and 10 for the Rough Riders, 7:01 remaining here in the first quarter. We got a Dave Weilbacher penalty flag on the field. Dave Weilbacher, attorney at law, is our penalty sponsor. For all your legal needs, see Dave Weilbacher. Give him a call at 216-225-9181. So I believe it's going to be on the Rough Riders, so we'll move it back 5.
Yeah, false start.
Braden Sullivan checks into the ball game as Gavin Reinecke comes in with the play from Kobe Fry, the offensive coordinator for the Rough Riders. Turn, give the ball to Hemmelgarn up the middle. He'll get that 5 back plus a couple of more, so we'll give him a gain of about 7 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 8. Well, he's just a tick away from breaking that one, too.
Great job on the line there. Ryan Meyer, Braden Saylor on that right side. Ryan Davis making a nice block, and saw Stosh Patterson and Ross Henson come forward up through the hole. Nice seal block on the end.
We'll call it 2nd down and 8 for the Rough Riders. Ball is placed at the Franklin 36-yard line. Nice run by Ross Henchen. Just turn the corner, get your shoulders, and run north and south.
Good things will happen when you're running north and south in this offense, especially when you get a head start and you can get 5-10 yards down the field.
It'll be third down, and we'll call it 1 for the Roughriders. Reineke will turn. We'll give the ball to Henchen. He's to the 20. He breaks to the outside to the 15, to the 10, and he's brought down at about the 7-yard line. So nice run by the senior fullback, Ross Henchen. He gets the corner, gets a good block on the outside, and just totes it down inside the 10-yard line where the Roughriders will have it first and goal. The ball will be placed at the Wildcat 7-yard line. You see on your screen the clock is running. 5:02 remaining here in the first quarter. From Grand Lake Health System Field, the Division III Region 12 first-round playoff game. Hinkle. He gets a good pop. Hangs on to the footballs, so we'll give him a...
Yeah, nice stick from Cameron Bridges. 5'10", 205-pound.
There's a good shot right there on your screen of the rain that is coming down here at Grand Lake Health System Field. So we'll call it second down and goal. The ball is placed at the Wildcat 3-yard line. Turn, give the ball to Hinkle. He'll bull forward. Touchdown, Roughriders. With 4:14 remaining, Aiden Hinkle up the middle for the Roughriders, scores the second touchdown of the ball game.
Franklin looked a little confused, saw several of them flow outside. They thought the sweep was coming, and Aiden Hinkle right up the middle pretty easily.
So Brandon Bowers will be in to attempt the point after touchdown. Gavin Reineke will hold. Chase Jacobs will snap. Snap is back. Kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 4:14 remaining on the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard, it's your Roughriders 14, the Wildcats nothing. Back with the Roughrider kickoff right after this.
Albert Sporting Goods is here to outfit your team, both on and off the field. Since 1980, Albert Sporting Goods has serviced schools, clubs, and businesses throughout Ohio. For all of your uniform, spirit wear, and equipment needs, make it Albert Sporting Goods. Order online now at albertsportinggoods.com and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Alrighty, we welcome you back to Grand Lake Health System Field. We would like to welcome and say hey to all our viewers around the viewing area watching here on Rider Nation Station. I want to give a shout out tonight to Kurt Meyer. He is the father of Roughrider tight end Ryan Meyer, and he is in Naples, Florida, watching tonight's ball game. And apparently he's down there doing some continuing education classes in Naples, Florida. But we want to give a shout out to him. Probably down there watching on the beach some way, shape, or form, although it's probably dark now. So
a little bit cozier than St. Mary's right now.
That Roughrider kickoff was being brought to you by Laura Yelton State Farm Insurance. Be a legend, insure your life. Thank Laura Yelton State Farm Insurance for being our kickoff and kickoff return sponsor throughout the course of this season. So the kick in the end zones, it results in a touchback. So the Franklin Wildcats will have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. We'll see if the Roughrider defense can do a little bit better job of stopping Hunter Prickett, who just showed up out of nowhere for tonight's ball game. As Zach mentioned earlier, only 3 carries on the season to this point for 6 yards?
6 yards.
And he bust one out. How many yards does he have on the thing?
63 yards.
Not a bad average.
That was a 60-yard run that he had to start off their last
Gibson
possession.
Pulls it down, and he'll take the ball forward for about 3 yards. We'll call it second down and 7 for the Franklin Wildcats.
Into the first quarter, Joe, St. Mary's has 165 yards of rushing, so it's a pretty nice first quarter. That's on 12 rushes, too. It helps when you hit your first run out of the gates 80 yards.
Absolutely.
So.
That ups your average a bit.
Right.
So we'll call it 2nd down and 7 for the Franklin Wildcats. Ball's placed at their own 23-yard line. Tressel Gibson's the quarterback. He's in the shotgun. He has Prickett right beside him. He's going to throw the football and is overthrown. Pass was intended, I believe.
I think that's 15, Ethan Atkins, senior, 5'10", 160 pounds.
So it'll bring up 3rd down and 7. 3:28. Clock has stopped on the incomplete pass. Rough Riders lead on the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard. 14-0. Gibson in the gun. And here comes pressure. He's going to swing it out to number 84. That is Junior Krager, a freshman. On the catch, he's going to be short of a 1st down by about 1.5 yards, so we'll call it 4th and a long one. And here comes the punting team for the Franklin Wildcats. The punter is Isaiah Bales, number 12, and he is averaging about 38.4 points or yards per punt.
Yeah, he's an excellent punter. I'm a little surprised, actually, that they're not going for it here. Just it doesn't seem like their defense can really stop St. Mary's. You kind of think it is early, it's 2nd quarter, but still.
That's not a particularly good punt. That's going to be well short of his average, and he shanked that one. That goes out of bounds. We'll see where the officials mark it. That's a good question for rules of the game. How do they mark a punt?
Right.
What official goes here, who checks it, and who stops the guy from running up the thing?
Well, that's a great segue to talk about our halftime show tonight, the Hero Renovating halftime show. We're going to invite Mark Sisko. He typically has a lot of games on Friday nights, not able to watch games or come and visit. He's got a game tomorrow night on Saturday, so we're going to have Mark Sisko, our usual Rules of the Game with Mark Sisko show. We're going to interview him at halftime, maybe get his thoughts on a couple calls during the game, and just talk in general about Rough Rider football. 1st and 10,
Rough Riders will have it at their own 49-yard line. Here comes Ross Henchen again. Nice pop. I'll tell you what.
Yeah,
number
Franklin
38,
has some.
Cameron Bridges put a pop on Ross Henchen. That's another thing, too, to ask him if they do the targeting. I'm pretty sure they do, but what constitutes that?
Really laid it down, Reagan Brown there.
Aiden Hinkle. He'll be close to a Fowler TV 1st down. So it's going to be 3rd, and we'll call it less than 1 yard for the Rough Riders. Clock continues to roll. Hinkle, he'll dive forward. He'll get the Fowler TV 1st down.
Definitely impressed with Franklin's linebackers and defensive backs. They are flying around and filling these holes and making tackles down the field pretty well.
Hemmelgarn, he's to the 30. He's going to the 20. He's going to cut back
nice
to the 10, 5. Touchdown, Rough Riders. Nice run by Braden Hemmelgarn. And I'll tell you what, we'll get a look at this on the replay. Watch him use his blockers. What do you mean we don't have it?
We may be going to try a replay here.
Well, I'll tell you what, he got down into about the 15-yard line, and he had 2 blockers in front of him, and he used them extremely well to get him into the end zone. So it's 20-0 on the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard. Make it 21-0 on the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard with 1:17 remaining here in the 1st quarter. We'll take a break. We'll come back with a Rough Rider kickoff right after this.
St. Mary's Legion Post 323, veterans working for veterans and the future of our country. The St. Mary's Legion Post 323 supports veterans programs such as Gifts for Yanks, Support the Troops, Comfort Warriors, Blood Donor, POW MIA programs, as well as children and youth programs. The St. Mary's Legion Post 323 also donates thousands of dollars each year to local summer programs such as Boys State, Girls State, scholarships in education, Boy Scouts, oratorical, and shooting sports. St. Mary's Legion Post 323, remembering the past, living the present, and working for the future.
This Roughrider kickoff is being brought to you by Lori Yelton State Farm Insurance. Be a legend, insure your life. Lori Yelton State Farm Insurance. And we told you the game that we wanted to keep an eye on throughout the course of the evening is the Hamilton-Ross Dayton-Chaminade-Julienne game. And right now, Zach, I think you have a score on that ball game.
Yeah, surprisingly, Chaminade-Julienne is up 14-3 over Hamilton-Ross in the second quarter. So that is very interesting to look at. Chaminade-Julienne was the 14th seed, I think, and Ross was the second or third seed.
Yep.
So
and what that means that if CJ holds on and wins, you see the Ross Hemmelgarn, or excuse me, the Braden Hemmelgarn touchdown right there. He uses his blockers, and then
nice
he cuts back. Boom.
Yeah, so we may be having
another home game if CJ wins.
Yep.
Now, if Hamilton-Ross upsets CJ or holds on or comes back and beats them, then we'll go to Hamilton-Ross. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Franklin Wildcats. The ball is at the 20-yard line.
Ooh.
And, boy, nice play.
Stosh Patterson.
Stosh Patterson. Boy, he got back there before the ball got back there. So it'll be a loss. We'll call it a loss of a yard. We'll call it 2nd down and 11 for the Franklin Wildcats. .45 is Prickett on the carry. He's not going to go anywhere. They're going to tackle him for a loss as well. So move the ball back another yard.
And they're just letting the clock run, Joe. Does not seem like there's any.
Yeah, they don't have to snap it because the play clock is at 26, so they don't have to snap the football. And that is going to be they're not going to be in any hurry. So that's going to be the end of the first quarter with the score on the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard as the St. Mary's Roughriders 21, the Franklin Wildcats nothing. It's time now for our big Roughrider replay brought to you by our friends at Guarneri's Pizzeria and Pub, home of the signature Big Ralph sub, pizza and calzone. Give them a call at 419-394-2244, and we hope you enjoy this edition of the Big Ralph Rider.
Kenny fakes the handoff, looks over the middle, throws. It's intercepted by Vossler. Scott Vossler, 10, 5, and down to about the 3-yard line. Sophomore linebacker Scott Vossler stepped in front of the pass.
Well, that's kind of about your era.
Sophomore linebacker Scott Vossler. Yeah, Scott was 2 years ahead of me in school, so I would have been in the 8th grade when that was happening. Corey was my age, of course.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
The quarterback. Scott was a great leader. Scott, I believe, is coaching football in the Virginia area now.
Did he go down and play at UD?
Yes, both of them did.
Yep.
Both Scott and Corey went to UD, played football there.
They had good careers there as well.
Absolutely. Scott was such a great leader, though, as we were sophomores and he was a senior, and just an unbelievable, one of those kids that's basically a coach on the field too and off the field.
It'll be 3rd down and 12 for Franklin, and the ball carrier goes nowhere. I believe that was Hunter Prickett again on the carry, so that'll bring up 4th down and long for the Franklin Wildcats. Just underway here at Grand Lake Health System Field in the second quarter of play. In case you just joined us, you see the score on your screen. The Roughriders 21-0. Back to receive this punt is Braden Sullivan and Braden Hemmelgarn. Doing the punting for Franklin is Isaiah Bales. Left footer, he gets that one to turn over and sails over the head of both return men. Hemmelgarn will pick it up, and he's going to he's going to be tackled at about the 15-yard line. So what a punt by Bales.
Wow.
Well, I'll tell you what, he got that one to turn over and
kicked that from about the 9-yard line, landed on the 30-yard line, and rolled all the way down to the
11-yard line.
Wow.
Nice punt.
Yeah.
And good coverage by the Franklin Wildcat special teams. So the Rough Riders will have it 1st and 10. We'll call it at their own 15-yard line. Gavin Reinecke comes in with the play from head offensive coordinator Kobe Fry.
That was a 67-yard punt, Joe.
Wow. Full house in the backfield. Boy, is that Mabry?
No, that's Sullivan.
Braden
nope,
Sullivan.
That's Mabry. That's Mabry.
Mabry. And we got a Dave Wildbacher penalty flag on the field. So we'll see what happened here. This one may be coming back. Boy, good run by the freshman. Boy, he showed a lot of speed when he turned the corner. So we'll see what's going to happen here. Are they going to mark it from the spot of the foul?
Oh, block below the waist on the defense. Number 6. Can we get a replay again? Maybe we could see that. Let's watch the replay one more time. Number 6. Oh, yep. Right there in the middle of your field on the 20-yard line. It's not just the offense that's not allowed to go low below the waist. Number 6 on that one comes across the field and takes out one of the blockers below the waist.
Well, we were going to get Mark Cisco down here to talk, and then he holds up. He's doing some sort of paperwork down there, I guess.
He's an observer tonight.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
So nonetheless,
he's coming down.
Ask him what that's all about.
We're going to go to we're going to go to Columbus and get an opinion on that. Mark Cisco, you just saw that penalty there.
It was an illegal block below the waist on the defense. A lot of people think that is only an offensive call, but the defensive guy went low on probably a lead blocker, and took him out, and that's going to be a 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. So that's why the big penalty.
I'll just watch there in the middle of the field near the 20-yard line.
There you go.
Number 6 just takes out 52 for St. Mary's. So, man, I
didn't know that.
Well, that's pretty neat. We can do a live replay with an official.
Reinecke's going up top with it. Oh, and his arm is hit. Boy, this is going to go all the way back for a touchdown unless somebody can run him down. He's to the 10, to the 5, touchdown. It'll go to touchdown for the Franklin Wildcats. No laundry on the field. So an unfortunate turn of events for the Rough Riders as Gavin Reinecke went back to throw, and I believe he wasn't able to follow through.
Yeah, got hit by a couple guys.
On the return, I believe is number 23, Pierce Bowerly. He's Mr. Everything defensively for them, so it's only fitting that he gets the interception and the return. So the Franklin Wildcats are on the scoreboard with 10:03 remaining here in the first half.
Yeah, some good life there from the Franklin Wildcats. Get on the board, maybe get them some momentum, get some energy on their
high snap, and it's blocked, and he pulled it down. The holder did, and he's popped. I believe the holder is
Drew Isaacs, number 14.
Well, he got plastered.
Snap was high, unable to get it off, and
that's Drew Dammeyer. Puts a pop on him. So after the point after is no good. It's 21-6 on the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back with the Franklin kickoff right after this.
TV everywhere.
TV everywhere?
That's right, everywhere. You can watch TV from your tablet, your phone, your laptop, any mobile device, anywhere you want.
Laundromat?
Yes.
Grocery store?
Yes.
Park?
Yes.
What if I wanted to watch TV at home?
All your favorite networks all the time. It's TV everywhere from TSC.
It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
Back at Grand Lake Health System Field, Joe Hurlbert alongside Zach Farrell, Rider Nation Station. Glad to have you along. If you get an opportunity on your whatever device you're looking on, if you're able.
Joe, I have a correction from our Gruanaries replay.
Okay.
Scott Vossler was actually only 1 year ahead of me.
Okay.
So
did he tell you that?
Pam and Dennis Vossler told us on the comment. So.
Well, good.
It shows how good my memory is going back 15 years. I should remember that. So I was actually on the field that night, or at the field, because I was in the marching band as a freshman. So
there you go.
I had the bass drum.
This kickoff return is being brought to you by Lori Yelton State Farm Insurance. Be a legend, insure your life. Lori Yelton State Farm Insurance. Hemmelgarn on the 5, east of the 25. And he's upended at the 25-yard line. Good special teams coverage by the Franklin Wildcats as they put the smackdown on Hemmelgarn. Oh, right there, he just went over his own player.
Yeah, I think just trying to hurdle his own guys. And there's a penalty on the ground. They may be calling him for hurdling. It wasn't successful though.
So block in the back. Block in the back on the Roughriders, I believe. Dave Weilbacher, attorney at law penalty. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Roughriders. They're going to take it all the way back. Well, they don't know where they're going. I'm looking at the chain gang over there. They don't have a clue where they're supposed to spot it. .9:57 remaining here in the first half. 21-6 on the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard.
Okay, now
it's against Franklin.
Yeah.
Really? Well, that is 2 penalties against Franklin, blocking below the waist, if you will.
We got a replay on this. Let's try to see. Somewhere around the 20-yard line, maybe 15. No. Oh, yep. So the player that caused him to go over the top went low and took out a guy's legs. I think it was maybe 15 or 16 from Franklin.
Ross Henshin on the carry. We'll give him a gain of 5 on the play. We'll call it 2nd down and 5. The ball is placed at the Roughrider 46-yard line.
Quite frankly, it's kind of hard to blame him for going low, though, because he had a whole line of Rough Riders coming at him.
Aiden Hinkle to the 45, dives to the 41-yard line of the Wildcats. It's not going to be too much longer, and he's going to bust one.
Yeah.
He's going to bust one. He's close. Good run by Aiden Hinkle. So it'll be 1st down on the Fowler TV, 1st down for the Rough Riders. Return, give the pitch to Hinkle. He'll dive to about the 38-yard line.
Pierce Bowerly in the backfield again.
We'll give him a gain of about 2 on the play. We'll call it 2nd down and 8. The ball is placed at the Wildcat 39-yard line. Chase Jacobs out over the football. Turn, give the ball to Hemmelgarn. He's going to cut back, and he'll pop through to about the 37-yard line. So it'll be 3rd down, and we'll call it 6 for the Rough Riders.
Franklin defensive line putting a little bit better effort in and getting off of blocks a little bit better, disrupting things up front.
We haven't seen the Rough Riders run that counter back yet. Let's see what happens on this particular play. The backfield is split.
It's a check with me, so they changed the play at the line to what they thought was the best play there.
Aiden Hinkle will be close to a Fowler TV 1st down. It's going to be close. We'll see where they spot the football. They're going to say it is a first down, so it's a Fowler TV first down. They'll move the chains. The Rough Riders will get a fresh set of downs.
Good hard running from Aiden Hinkle. Kept his feet up nicely through the line and put his shoulder down to make sure he made that first down.
Turn, give the ball to Hinkle again. He's to the 22-yard line. We'll give him a gain of about 9 on the play. Yeah, you made a good point.
One broken tackle away.
Yep, you made a good point on the play before this. They go to the line of scrimmage, and Reineke says, check with me.
Yeah.
And so the offensive line holds their position until they get the play, and then they'll go on the snap count. That's why you very seldom see the offensive line move. Or Henshin to the 15 to the 14-yard line.
Yeah, and what they'll do is when they'll look at the line and they'll say, all right, well, we know we can get a hole over here on the left side because of the way the defense is lining up, or hey, they're all on the left side, let's run a sweep to the right side.
Yep.
He'll look over to the coach, get the play, and then everybody on the line or the offense has to listen to whatever numbers he calls.
Exactly. And that's why you don't see them jump that often.
Nope.
Henshin. No, that's Mabry inside the 5-yard line. He's brought down at about we'll call it maybe about the 3-yard line. So nice run by Colton Mabry.
The freshman. Although you said second season, so do we start calling, does he get to call himself
a sophomore
now?
Full house in the backfield. We'll see what the Rough Riders do here. Quarterback sneak right smack up the middle. Gavin Reineke.
The ball's in the end zone. I'm not sure if they're going to say he was down a little before.
He's going to say he's down at about the 1.
I was a little concerned because it looked like the ball was sneaking out the left side, under his arm there.
I wouldn't
on the replay.
I wouldn't think this would be anything other than another quarterback sneak. It's pretty safe. You don't have to turn and risk a fumble when you hand it off.
Franklin hasn't shown that they've been really able to stop too much interiorly tonight. Definitely a sweep.
On the sneak, touchdown, Rough Riders. So Gavin Reineke with 5:57 remaining here in the first half takes it over from about the 1-yard line. It's a nice shot of the scoreboard there in your lower right-hand corner. They show a picture of Gavin Reineke, who scored from 1 yard out. And the point after attempt will come off the foot of Brandon Bowers, the senior. Reineke will hold. Chase Jacobs will snap the football. The snap is back. The placement is down. The kick is up, and the kick is good. And on the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard, with 5:57 remaining, it's the St. Mary's Rough Riders 28, the Franklin Wildcats 6. Back after this.
You deserve to hear, and those around you deserve to be heard. It's not just about your hearing, it's about your total health. Auglai's Audiology, located at 208 Defiance Street in Wapakoneta and 671 North Vandemark in Sydney. Make your appointment online at auglaisaudiology.com.
Alrighty, we welcome you back to Grand Lake Health System Field. Joe Hurlbert alongside Zach Farrell, Rider Nation Station. Zach, you got an interesting statistic to pass along to our viewers.
Joe, with 5 minutes and 57 seconds left in the second quarter, St. Mary's has 28 rushing attempts for 300 yards. So that's a good quarter and a half.
It is, isn't it?
We also have the Chaminade up 14-3 at halftime over Ross. So
this Rough Rider kickoff being brought to you by Lori Yelton State Farm Insurance. Be a legend, insure your life. Lori Yelton State Farm Insurance, and Bowers gets a foot into it. It'll be taken right at the goal line. It'll be at the 15, and that's Ethan Atkins on the return. Good coverage by the Rough Rider Special Teams unit as they get the stop inside the 20, and I talk with Coach Fry each and every Thursday on the Bo Fry Show, and he says that's one of the goals, is to pin the opponent inside the 20 on the kickoff return. So,
well, there's no purpose with Bauer's leg and letting him get any further than that. Otherwise, you might as well just kick it out of the end zone. Exactly. I think we saw the difference that time, though, with Bowers kicking into the wind as opposed to kicking away from the wind, or with the wind.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Franklin Wildcats. The ball will be placed at their own 18-yard line. 5:50 remaining here in the first half. Tressel Gibson, the quarterback. They'll give that right to Reagan Brown out of the
nice.
That snap was right back to Reagan Brown. So he's a junior. Carried the football 63 times this season for 253 yards.
Yeah, just kind of a wildcat formation there. 2 running backs back there in the shotgun. Nice stick from Jay Schaefer. Nice tackle there at the end of the play.
Kind of about the same thing. Nice job there by the defense.
31.
As Logan Compton.
Logan Compton in the backfield right now.
So we'll give him a big loss. So we'll call it 3rd down, and we'll call it about 13 on. Pretty much running a wildcat formation with no quarterback in the backfield. They're just snapping it right back to Reagan Brown.
Yeah, it seems like they're just looking for some sort of spark on offense to get them moving.
So Reagan Brown is in the quarterback position, number 6. And here's a pass out, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, looking for it.
Pass was intended to Duke Murphy, I believe, number 1. So it'll be 4th down and 13 for the Wildcats. Then they'll be in the punt formation. Sullivan and Helmelgarn will be back to return the punt. They'll be standing at their own 39-yard line. Hopefully this one won't sail over their heads. Then they'll be able to return this one. Good snap. Oh, that's a low liner. That's going to hit about the 35-yard line. And the Rough Riders will get out of the way, but they still get a pretty decent roll. It'll roll out of bounds at about the Rough Riders' 40-yard line. It did. The punt went about 15 yards and rolled about 30.
Wow. Well, so far, Franklin's punter has 3 punts for 134 yards and averaging 44 yards a punt, 45 yards a punt.
Well, it'll be 1st and 10 for the Rough Riders. The ball is placed at their own 40-yard line. They got plenty of time to put another score on the board. Ross Henson on the carry. We'll give him a gain of about 6 yards on the play. We'll call it 2nd down and 4 for the Rough Riders.
A little outside trap there, the 16-17. Ross Henson runs out really nice, stays low to the ground, and he's so quick through the hole.
Helmelgarn on the sweep to the right. He's got a hole, and he's brought down. But it'll be a Fowler TV 1st down for St. Mary's. They'll move the chains, and the Rough Riders are now in Franklin territory. The ball is placed at the Franklin 48-yard line.
Classic St. Mary's sweep. Excellent job by Stosh Patterson. Pancake block on that sweep. Ryan Davis did a pretty good job of kicking this guy out, but his guy did a better job of getting off the block and making the tackle.
Sullivan. He'll be close to a 1st down. Braden Sullivan. So here's how you check. Here's how you tell the difference between Sullivan and Mabry. Sullivan has high socks. That's about all That's about all. Because again, the 4 and the 5, the 45 and the 4, the 5 and the 6 look pretty close.
They look very similar. They have similar size and 45 and 46.
And I think he's got his blue shoes on too.
Right.
And Sullivan on the carry to the left. He'll turn it upfield. He'll get a Fowler TV 1st down, and the ball will be placed at the 35-yard line. Clock is stopped while they move the chains. You'll see it on our instant replay on your screen. Just good running. Kyle Kogi in there as well, number 5. Aiden Hinkle will be at fullback. Sullivan will be to his right at right half. We'll give the ball to Hinkle. He'll go off tackle, and he'll push forward for about 5 yards. Man, he is one strong kid.
Yeah, you're not taking him down with one-arm tackle.
Absolutely. And you may not take him down with one person on tackling him either.
Really, what seems to take him down more often than not is just he gets off balance because he's running so hard downfield.
Full house in the backfield. Hemmelgarn on the sweep. He's got blockers out front, puts his head down and bowls forward. He'll be close to a Fowler TV first down.
Which, by the way, is fine from your fullbacks. You don't want them dancing around. You want them to go downfield.
We're going to say he's a little bit short. We'll call it 3rd and less than a yard for a first down. Riders in the full house in the backfield. Turn, give the ball to Hinkle. Hinkle to the 20. It'll be a Fowler TV first down. 1st and 10 for the Rough Riders. The ball will be placed at the Franklin 20-yard line. Plenty of time yet on the clock. 1:44 and ticking. Reineke turns. He'll give the ball to.
He's going to pass it.
He's going to throw it. He's got a man open. Touchdown, Hemmelgarn. Boy, I'll tell you what, he faked everybody out, including me. Nice ball fake by Reineke, and the Rough Riders are on the scoreboard. I'll tell you what, I could have sworn. I thought, yeah, absolutely. I thought Hinkle had the football, and he just laid it in there. Nice catch. I'll tell you what, that was just excellent ball handling by your quarterback.
Faked you out, Joe. Faked out our camera.
Sure I thought Hinkle had it. The point after is good by Brandon Bowers. So with 1 minute and 20 seconds remaining in the first half, it's the Rough Riders 35. Franklin 6 on the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard. Back with the Rough Rider kickoff right after this.
Auglaize Equipment Rental is your source for all your equipment needs. Whether you're a contractor or a homeowner with a project, we can help get the job done more efficiently. Check us out at 1900 Salina Road or AuglaizeEquipmentRental.com or just call 419-394-7883. Auglaize Equipment Rental. Buffalo Wild Wings in St. Mary's, proud to support Rough Rider Athletics and the Memorial Student Athletes. Join Buffalo Wild Wings for each Rough Riders football game, streamed on Rider Nation Station. Buffalo Wild Wings, wings, drinks, sports.
Already back to Grand Lake Health Systems Field. Let's give our Rough Rider trivia question right now as we get ready to bring you this Lori Yelton State Farm Insurance kickoff. Here's our Rough Rider trivia question. What Rough Rider player holds the all-time scoring record for one game? What Rough Rider player holds the all-time scoring record for points scored in one game? You can put your comment. You can put your answer in the comment section of whatever device you are watching from, and later in the third quarter, we'll give you the answer to that question. And Zach will pick a winner, and you will get a large 2-topping pizza, compliments of Guarneri's Pizzeria and Pub in St. Mary's. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Franklin Wildcats. The ball is placed at their own 12-yard line, 1:14 remaining in the first half. Let's see what we're going to be doing. Reagan Brown is calling the signals. He'll give the ball to Hunter Prickett, the sophomore, and he'll be tackled at about the 19-yard line. That's where they'll place the football. It'll be 2nd down, and we'll call it 4. We're under a minute. You see in the lower right-hand portion of your screen the clock and the score. The American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard. Again, we want to thank those fine folks for being our scoreboard sponsor all season long, and all of our sponsors who have joined us to bring you Rough Rider football here on Rider Nation Station. We can't say enough and thank you enough for your support. Brown will keep the ball. He'll go to the left, and boy, he is upended by Keel. Boy, and Tyler Keel just leveled him. boom, took his feet right out from underneath him. And that might be the last play of the first half. I think the Franklin Wildcats have had enough. They're going to take this 35-6 deficit to the hands of the St. Mary's Roughriders into the locker room at halftime. So we are at the half here at Grand Lake Health Systems Field. The American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard reads the St. Mary's Roughriders 35, the Franklin Wildcats 6. Back with our Hewer Renovating halftime show when we come back right after this.
In life, as in football, there's nothing like a good coach to help you achieve your goals. Someone you can turn to for guidance, someone with a game plan to help you build up the financial strength you will need for retirement, family security, and life. With Prudential Advisors, that's what you'll get, someone who can help you build that financial strategy. To get started, contact Kelsey Burke, Financial Planner, and Denny Louth, Financial Advisor, at 419-394-8879 today.
St. Mary's Eagles 767 is dedicated to promoting the general welfare of the citizens of St. Mary's by giving special attention to public improvements. They are also committed to helping meet the public needs and all that relates to the betterment, convenience, and comforts of the citizens of St. Mary's. For more information on how you can become a member, call 419-394-3257 or stop in during business hours at 404 East Spring Street in St. Mary's. St. Mary's Eagles, 767. People helping people.
Here at TLC, we expanded our business, so we wanted the security of knowing exactly where all the kids are and what's going on in each of the rooms. We chose Fowler's because we've done all our televisions with them, and they mentioned they have security systems. So we just wanted to go out and look at it, and they were very upfront, and they do excellent work from start to finish. And so we chose Fowler's TV. It's been great for us here at TLC Learning Center, and Fowler's TV would be great for anyone.
Guarneri's Pizzeria and Pub has partnered with Rider Nation Station this season so that every Friday night, Guarneri's can be Roughrider Football Central. Guarneri's will be streaming Roughrider football live every Friday night at 7, paired with your favorite Rider aid. Make sure to call and make your reservations now to ensure yourself a good seat. Call Guarneri's at 419-394-2244 and make your reservation today.
Miller Funeral Home has been serving the Roughrider community in its time of need since the 70s. Our business is a family affair, dedicated to serving families with integrity, dignity, and compassion. Miller Funeral Home, proud to be a supporter of the Roughrider community.
Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success and supporter of the Rider Nation and St. Mary's community.
Since 1981, Plus One Professionals has serviced St. Mary's and the surrounding area and are ready to meet your real estate needs. They know the real estate market and can help you. Whether you're moving in, moving out, or around the area, Plus One Professionals are ready and eager to help you sell or buy your new home. They operate with the highest level of professionalism, expertise, and honesty as they help make your real estate dream a reality. Call Plus One Professionals at 419-394-7402 in St. Mary's today. Colder weather is just around the corner, and you want to make sure your family's vehicle is tuned up and ready to go. Rabel's Auto Service has been voted the best auto repair center in St. Mary's the last 3 years. And did you know they will pick up and deliver your vehicle for free? Give Rabel's Auto Service a call at 419-394-1624 or stop in and see Jeremy at 1610 Salina Road in St. Mary's. Rabel's Auto Service in St. Mary's. Give them a call today.
Rider-Rooters is proud to be a sponsor of tonight's game. Rider-Rooters, for over 40 years, has helped provide financial support to our athletic teams. Now it's your turn to help Rider-Rooters. There are several leadership positions open that need filled immediately. If this message is speaking to you, please contact Athletic Director Jim Holman at 419-394-4312.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the Hewer Renovating Halftime Show here at Grand Lake Health System Field in St. Mary's, Ohio, where your St. Mary's Roughriders are winning 35-6 against the Franklin High School Wildcats. I'm Zach Farrell. I'm here every home game at least, usually with a guest here at halftime for the Hewer Renovating Show. And joining us today is someone that's no stranger to Rider Nation Station, of course, because it's our very own Mark Sisko, star of the Rules of the Game with Mark Sisko. Mark, thanks for joining me here tonight.
Zach, it's nice to be here. It's a different setting than what we're used to, but it's great to be here.
That's right. We're not used to this live show. You know, we can't screw up. We can't restart things. But if people didn't know, we never have to anyway, right? We can do it.
Got to be careful what we say here.
That's true. We just got to be a little careful here. Mark, let's first talk about why you're able to be here tonight. What are you doing here at St. Mary's?
All right, well, that's fine.
Normally you're not.
Normally
you're
Friday nights I'm out on the field, but my game is tomorrow night at an undisclosed location. So I'm here as an observer to the officials. I'm here to help them basically. Pick up things that mechanically they might do better in the second half from things that I would have seen in the first. Although, quite honestly, Zach, this crew is a veteran crew, and they are so far doing very well. I mean, there's not been a lot of penalties. A couple of them have been some major penalties, and on penalties that you don't see very well. But that's my duties tonight, is just to be a help to the officials. And after the game, I'll go in and we'll have a little talk about the game and give them my evaluation, and we move on to next weekend.
Are we taking you away from where? Do they normally come up at halftime?
Normally
and
at halftime, I will go down and chat with the officials about what couple things maybe I've seen in the first half that they could possibly improve on. The second, answer any questions they might have, and then get in and get out. Leave them some time to themselves, and then come back to see them at the end of the game. But they knew I were going to be here, and they were okay with me not coming down. And quite honestly, from what I've seen, there's not a whole lot, mechanically or initial position wise that needs to be tweaked.
So do you put together any kind of formal report that they would read during the week?
Yes, we do at the end of the game. I'll hand normally the referee the sheet that has got my evaluations on it, and a copy of that then goes to our boss, the director of football officiating, Dr. Bruce Maurer, and everything goes to him, and then they will review all those things. And if there's things that need to be corrected, or if there's things that keep popping up across the state, they will address that in next week's bulletin to the officials.
Is this something that you're required to do, or is this a volunteer?
No, this is strictly a volunteer thing, and there's 150 of us observers that have been certified by the OHSAA across the state, and this time of year there's not enough of us because there's so many games played and other commitments, but we do it strictly on a volunteer basis. We don't get no remuneration for it. We do it just because of love of the game and to help our fellow officials.
Well, let's go ahead and talk about maybe some of the things that we saw from the first half. One thing that we looked at a lot was the chop block from the defense on an offensive player. We normally hear about that blocking below the legs on the offensive side. We've got a replay here. We show that play from earlier with that number six coming across the field.
Come across, and he took out the lead blocker, and that is an illegal block below the waist.
Has that always been illegal, or is that something
That's
new?
always been in the rule book. You don't see it typically called because, quite honestly, it doesn't happen a whole lot on the defensive side. But it does happen, and we're told to watch for that sort of thing, and the official did a great job picking that up. That's something that doesn't get picked up a lot, and he did a nice job throwing that flag and picking that up.
I know one person that's very happy to see that is Denny Long. Former, we call him Ding.
Yes, I know.
Former St. Mary's football coach. He gets so angry that the fact that St. Mary's and over the years has been called on that a few times from the guards pulling.
Correct.
And hitting people low like that. But the guards for St. Mary's have always traditionally that was one of the ways you stopped them was you got in their legs and you took the lead blockers out by getting in their legs.
Now, when I played here for St. Mary's, blocking below the waist was legal downfield.
Okay.
And so that was changed. I don't know when you played whether that was legal or not. They changed that rule several years ago for safety reasons.
Yeah.
And now that sort of thing, other than right at the line of scrimmage within the free blocking zone, is not legal. So, but it's equally effective for offense and defense.
I think it was illegal outside of the tackle box
right.
when I played. So yeah, I know that's always something that he pointed out was if you're gonna call it on the offense, you gotta call it when the defense does it too.
And it should be called. That's correct.
Yeah. Let's talk about some of the other things we saw. We saw a punt that was kicked out of bounds in the air.
Yep.
And Joe said to me, I wonder
that's
whose job is to
that's
figure out where that
hard.
goes.
Yeah, that's hard, especially when it lands on the track.
Yeah.
So basically, in a 5-man crew, the referee is supposed to follow. Once he's cleared his attack on the punter, so to speak, he should pick up the flight of the ball and kind of line up from his spot where the ball goes out of bounds, where it kind of lands and kind of follows the flight path. Now, it's imprecise. Mm-hmm. Okay, the wing guy, in this case the line judge, went down beyond the spot where he thought it went out and started coming back, and he had his hand in there and he keeps walking upfield, and at some point the referee will drop his and chop him down, so to speak, and that's the point. Now, right or wrong, are we going to hit that right on the spot? No. Mm-hmm. I mean, you can't do it, but you're going to be fairly close.
Can't get it perfect, but
you can't get it perfect.
But
one of the barometers that I like to tell my guys is, look, when the crowd starts to chitter chat a little bit, take one more step and stop, we're going to be close.
Yeah.
And normally we are.
Yeah.
We are. Yeah.
That's interesting. You listen to the crowd a little bit because they probably saw.
Well, some of them do, and the
went.
coaches can try to help in all of the other stuff. So it's not an exact science, but we get close.
Second thing that Joe pointed out that he was kind of curious about while we were watching was St. Mary's running back on one of the plays got hit pretty hard in the helmet as he was running by the Franklin defender. It seemed like the Franklin defender sort of led with his helmet a little bit. There's not such thing as a defenseless receiver.
Not a ball carrier.
A ball carrier.
You can't. A ball carrier is not defenseless.
Right.
Now, you can have illegal contact. You can have illegal contact by the ball carrier, and you can have illegal helmet contact by a defensive player coming in to get him. But what you probably had there is two ball carriers coming down, and they're changing positions in space, so to speak, and one's going down to meet the other. So it would be awfully hard to tag one of them and or both of them with a foul in that situation. Sometimes it's just football, and you move on. But it is possible. I have seen it where a running back will lower his head and use the crown of the helmet to attack a defender.
Oh, wow.
That's illegal.
Yeah.
You can't do that. But, just to lower, to try to drive forward, you can't use your head or helmet as a weapon. But lowering your shoulder is fine, but obviously when you lower your shoulder, your head follows. So that particular play was probably a change of position by both players, and you have nothing.
Yeah, and we're not used to that being called very often unless it's really egregious and really looks
like
really targeting. I want to give a shout-out to what we just witnessed on the field there, script writers from St. Mary's All Brass Marching Band. Great to see that they're doing that again, second week in a row now. And Jared Lunds, congratulations to the senior for dotting the I for St. Mary's on the rider. So Jared Lunds, congratulations, and congratulations to the St. Mary's All Brass Marching Band on their script writers. Hopefully, if this Chaminade Julian score stays, we may have another home field game here. I have never seen this before, Mark. We have a flaming trombone. I have seen.
Careful. You'll have to retire if you say that.
I have seen majorettes with flaming batons. I have never seen a flaming trombone.
I'm with you there, Zach.
And this is Jared Lunds. This is, I guess, when you dot the I, they let you do fun things. Amazing.
And he's having fun with it. Good for him. Name of the game.
Yeah, hearing down from the truck that he may have just voided his warranty on the trombone. Well, I don't really know how we can top that, Mark. I think we're going to save the rest of our comments maybe for Rules of the Game this week.
There you go.
Be sure to join us every week. We post the Rules of the Game just before the football game on Friday nights. As long as St. Mary's can hold out here, we'll be back next week for the game. We may be either down in Hamilton or maybe home against Chaminade Julian. So
home would be nice.
Home would be very nice, and so we'll have more clips hopefully this week and more rules of the game. Thanks for joining me again, Mark.
Zach, thank you for having me. I appreciate it, and hopefully we'll see you next week.
We're going to stay right here and let Rider Nation Station show a little bit more of the band, and then we're going to cut to a break, and when we come back, I'm going to have more stats. So thanks for joining me for the Hewer Renovating Halftime Show. We'll be back with more.
And speaking of great teams, St. Mary's Foundry would like to thank its very own team of hardworking employees for their loyalty and dedication. If you're looking for rewarding challenges and first-string wages and benefits, check us out at stmfoundry.com or on hometownopportunities.com. St. Mary's Foundry, where iron and ingenuity meet.
Speckman Automotive, with stores in St. Mary's and Wapakoneta, is your one-stop shop for all your automotive needs. Family run since 1960, Speckman Automotive upholds the tradition of blending old-fashioned customer service with modern technology that the customers expect and deserve. Shop local. Shop Speckman Automotive.
Hello, I'm Dr. Robert Spees. Welcome to Spees Chiropractic and Wellness Center.
As a family practice, Spees Chiropractic welcomes in patients of all ages. Whether this is your first time or you've done this before, Dr. Spees and his compassionate staff are here for you. What makes Spees Chiropractic unique is their three-tier approach. By using chiropractic care alongside massage therapy and physical therapy, all your healthcare needs will be treated compassionately and comprehensively. Spees Chiropractic. Make the right choice for your care.
Where is that TSC bill? How can I pay it if I can't find it?
You don't need the bill. You can pay it online at telcirco.com.
Wasn't there a special this month?
Yes, we got it from TSC's Facebook page.
I know I've got the announcement for the club here somewhere.
I just sent it to TSC to air on Channel 2. With telcirco.com, Facebook, Channel 2, and their newsletter, TSC makes it easy to stay connected.
Now, if they could just help me clean up my desk.
It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
Unique Awards and Signs, here to take care of your signage, graphic award, and gift customization needs. From banners for your graduate or corporate sponsors to awards recognizing those dedicated employees or champion sport teams. Stop in at 1865 Salina Road or call us at 419-394-1612.
Vogel's Bake Shop, making thousands of fresh donuts daily, open 7 days a week with stores in St. Mary's, Salina, and Walpock. Also now found in Wagner's IGA in New Bremen, Minster, and Fort Laramie.
Welcome.
I'm sorry, Zach.
You're fine. Welcome back to the Hewer Renovating Halftime Show. Got maybe 2.5 minutes clocking down here on the clock as we get back here to some action. I want to thank Mark Sisko for joining us here at halftime. Mark, of course, does our Rules of the Game with Mark Sisko every week, and it's pretty neat. We got him in the box tonight because we were able to pull him over in the middle of the game for a call, so we appreciate him being here. Appreciate all of our sponsors that you just saw. We need to thank them especially hard during these playoffs. Rider Nation Station, of course, gets billed a little bit extra from the state, and we are very thankful to all of those sponsors for that.
Also, I might also add that we know that a lot of people would prefer to watch the Rider games on TV at home. So obviously that takes revenue away from the athletic department here. Rider Nation Station does make a contribution back to the athletic department, knowing the fact that we have the revenue that is not generated because of Rider Nation Station coverage of Roughrider football. So, also keep that in mind, that Rider Nation Station does, and you see there on your screen where you can make donations. You can take your phone and click into that QRC code at the bottom, or if you would prefer to send a check, you can make a donation to Rider Nation Station in care of Doug Spencer. His address is 07396 Lynch Road, St. Mary's, Ohio. So if you're sitting at home right now watching this contest, get up, get yourself a beverage of some sort, grab your checkbook, make a donation to Rider Nation Station, and help support what Rider Nation Station does, not only for Rough Rider athletics throughout the course of the year. We've brought you soccer. We've brought you both boys and girls. We've brought you Rough Rider football. This winter, we'll be bringing you Rough Rider basketball. I'm sure we'll be bringing Rough Rider wrestling along the way as well, and then into the spring as well. So please do so, because without your support, we can't do the things that we do.
We're also able to do events around town.
Absolutely.
We had the Wapakoneta Halloween parade. We had the graduation last year for St. Mary's graduation. So really, Rider Nation Station really has far-reaching implications to our community.
I think they did a Summerfest pageant.
Right,
as well. Yep, absolutely. So there's a lot of things that Rider Nation Station is, and what the concept is what Rider Nation does is it broadcasts these, it puts them on YouTube, and generations down the line, as long as that there is the internet, so to speak, will be able to pull up and be able to listen to Rich Fowler talk about St. Mary's, John Androni talk about St. Mary's, Mary Wilson talk about Prof. Kohler, things like that throughout the course of the year that preserve the history of this community.
Yeah, the vodcasts are really special. They're ways to preserve our history straight from the mouths of the people that lived it. And, unfortunately, those people pass away from us every day, and some of that history goes with them. So that was originally what Rider Nation Station was really created for, was to save some of that. And all of our bonus athletic video and some of the academic video has just been really icing on the cake for the overall mission of Rider Nation Station.
All right, and once again, for those that are listening and are watching and viewing, you can make a check out for Rider Nation Station and send it to Doug Spencer. His address is 07396 Lynch Road in St. Mary's, Ohio.
You can also go to ridernationstation.com or use that QR code that you just saw on the screen. So we appreciate
make a donation. I don't know anything about that QR thing. I'd rather just send a check.
I'll show you how it works sometime, Joe.
Well, both teams are back out on the playing surface in preparation for second half action. Zach, you got some statistics?
Yeah, let's go through some statistics here, Joe. First down, St. Mary's had 17. Franklin had 1. Total yards, St. Mary's 360, Franklin 72.
I was going to say that first down was that 60-yard run.
First down was the first play of the game, first offensive play of the game for Franklin. Passing, St. Mary's was 1 for 2 with 1 interception and 1 touchdown. Franklin 1 for 4 with 1 interception. Passing net yards, St. Mary's just 20, Franklin just 5. Rushing, St. Mary's so far 35 attempts for 340 yards. Franklin 10 attempts for 67 yards. Franklin 1 fumble, but they didn't lose it. Penalties, St. Mary's 1 for 5 yards. Franklin 2 for 30 yards. Both of those below the waist chop blocks. Third down conversion, St. Mary's is 5 for 5. Franklin's 0 for 3. St. Mary's has not punted yet. Franklin has punted 3 times for 135 total yards. It was really impressive. It was that 67-yarder. Nice punt there, rolled long distance. St. Mary's' average drive start is the 28.3-yard line. Franklin, the 18-yard line. Time of possession, St. Mary's 15 minutes, 52 seconds. Franklin 8 minutes and 8 seconds. See the cheerleaders here on their screen. The rain is still coming down outside, and as we get started here,
it actually looks worse.
Yeah, I think
in here than it actually is outside.
Is it really?
Yeah. It's just it looks like a light mist.
Well, and that's the second time this game that the ball has fallen off the tee for Bowers, so the wind is definitely coming.
This Rough Rider kickoff is being brought to you by Lori Elton State Farm Insurance. Be a legend, insure your life. Lori Elton State Farm Insurance as Brandon Bowers will do the kicking off for the Roughriders. He'll be kicking into a pretty decent wind. And it'll be taken at about the 7-yard line, dropped and picked up. And here comes the Roughrider special teams, and they'll have a meeting in the midfield at about the 18-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Franklin Wildcats. Now, last time we saw them in the closing portions of the first half, they ran a Wildcat-type offense, and pretty much they would snap the ball to Reagan Brown. Brown.
Yeah, they sort of abandoned their traditional offense that I saw from a lot of their games this year. Under center with some running backs, off tackle, and they've gone to spread with Wildcat.
Keep in mind, this Rough Rider defense, as I stated in the Bo Fry Show, this is the #1 defense in the Western Buckeye League in giving up yards rushing, points allowed. Keep in mind, the Rough Rider defense is giving up about 8.7 points over the course of 10 games, 8.7 points per game. This 6 points the defense it'll show on the defensive side, but they didn't give the touchdown up.
Right, and we saw that earlier in the season a couple of times.
Absolutely.
Special teams or offensive turnovers had direct touchdowns. The defense didn't even have a chance at it. That number would be even lower.
Absolutely.
Than the 8 points per game. And yeah, this 6 points really shouldn't count against the defense tonight either.
Brown pulls it down, and he's going to carry it for just a couple of yards. It's going to bring up 3rd down and about 7 yards for the Wildcats. A Rough Rider trivia question is this. We'll give it to you again, and then we'll give you the answer sometime here in the 3rd quarter. What Rough Rider player holds the all-time scoring records for most points scored in one game? We getting any answers?
A lot of good answers. Very, very much saw some right answers, but very much not
ball is
very many.
Picked off by Sharp. And the Rough Riders have it. Keegan Sharp picks it off. The pass was deflected, I believe, by Dylan Giesecke. I believe. We'll see it on the replay. See if Giesecke doesn't tip it, and it goes right into the hands of Keegan Sharp.
Yeah, Reagan Brown rolls out.
Yep,
right off the hands of Giesecke, right into the red basket for Sharp. We haven't really seen Sharp on offense at all tonight, so he got a little chance there on defense to put that one in.
Yep. So the ball will be 1st and 10 for the Rough Riders. The ball is placed at the Franklin 11-yard line.
That's 2 interceptions in as many weeks for Sharp.
Full house in the backfield for the Rough Riders. Give the ball to Hinkle. Hinkle just bowls forward. He's inside the 5-yard line. He's down to about the 3. So we'll give him a gain of about 8 on the play. We'll call it 2nd down and 2. Cody Wallace is the quarterback. We'll talk a little bit about Cody here. Cody's got the ball, and he's going to roll, and he's going to score. So Cody Wallace scores. And the story of this, here's the replay by Wallace. It's number 13.
Yeah. Just
Cody,
nice big hole.
Cody Wallace is just a freshman, I believe. No, he's a sophomore. He's a sophomore. He broke his collarbone in the Findlay scrimmage, and he was the backup quarterback for Gavin Reineke all season long until that happened. Now he's finally back. This is the first time he's seen action since the scrimmage against Findlay. Kick is up, and the kick is good, and it's 42-6 on the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard. The Rough Riders on top. We'll take a break. We'll come right back right after this. Vogel's Bake Shop, making thousands of fresh donuts daily. Open 7 days a week with stores in St. Mary's, Salina, and Walpole. Also now found in Wagner's IGA in New Bremen, Minster, and Fort Laramie. All righty, we welcome you back once again to Grand Lake Health Systems Field. The score 42-6 on the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard. Now that does constitute now the start of a running clock, as the Rough Riders have more than a 30-point lead in this contest. So This Rough Rider kickoff is being brought to you by Lori Yelton, State Farm Insurance. Be a legend, insure your life. Lori Yelton, State Farm Insurance.
And the good news is I see Gavin Reinecke down on the field hooping and hollering and cheering it on. I just wanted to make sure he wasn't injured or something. That they brought the Cody Wallace in. It's great to see Cody Wallace back and able to get some playing time in, get some experience.
Short kick by Bowers. I think that one was not intentional. 45 is the return man. That is Hunter Prickett. I'll tell you what, I'm impressed by Prickett. He's just a sophomore. He's pretty much carried the load offensively as far as running the football.
Yeah, he's shifty for his size. Takes his time and makes some nice cuts and keeps his shoulders down.
Strong kid. Boom.
Joe, looking around the WBL tonight, for those that are curious, Van Wert is up on Rossford 46-0 in the fourth quarter. Shawnee is up over Cincinnati Hughes 28-0 in the fourth quarter. And the Wapakoneta Redskins are up on the Dunbar Wolverines 23-0 in the fourth quarter.
So all the Western Buckeye League teams are winning. And, of course, tomorrow night we have some more in action as in Division 5, Region 18, Doylestown Chippewa will take on OG at OG, and Lima Bath will be on the road. They'll be taking on Liberty Benton. So I think there's 6 Western Buckeye League teams in the playoffs.
Jay Schaefer with a nice hit there at the end of that run. Still, though, nice gain from Franklin.
Reagan Brown is the I'm going to say he's their quarterback from this point forward.
Right.
Give it to Prickett, and he's going to get about a half a yard, so it'll bring up third down, and we'll call it a long one. 8:17 remaining here in the third quarter. Rough Riders due in part to a Keegan Sharp interception and a Cody Wallace touchdown. That'll be third down and 2 for the Wildcats. Brown, he'll roll, and he is stuffed. That could be I wonder if that's Logan Compton.
Logan Compton sacked. Logan Compton from the D tackle position.
Boom.
Right off a block.
Nice job
in the
by
backfield
that.
right now.
So that brings up a punting situation. Now, I wouldn't think, would you, that they would punt? But they're going to bring their punter out.
I think at this point they're just trying to put the ball down as far as they can and save face.
So it'll be fourth down. We're going to call it 6. Ball is placed at the Franklin 48-yard line, and Sullivan and Hemmelgarn are back to receive the punt from Isaiah Bales.
Joe, in the third quarter, Chaminade Julian Eagles are up 31-10 over the Hamilton Ross Rams. So it's looking very likely right now that we're going to have another home game next week.
We got a timeout called on the field with a score. The St. Mary's Rough Riders 42, the Franklin Wildcats 6 on the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard. We'll take timeout for these messages. We'll be right back.
American Manufacturing Solutions is proud to invest in St. Mary's and proud to sponsor Rough Rider football. Think AMS, think logistics, done right. AMS is your complete supply chain solutions provider. Have electrical service needs? AMS can take care of that too. Call us at 419-300-1007 or visit us at AmericanMFGSolutions.com.
All righty, you're watching Rough Rider football on Rider Nation Station. Joe Hurlbert alongside Zach Farrell. Riders lead 42-6. We want to give a special shout out and a hey to all those folks sitting at the VFW watching us on Rider Nation Station. Glad to have you folks along tonight, and everybody, wherever you may be watching tonight. Thanks for joining. That's a snap over the punter's head, and here comes Keegan Sharp, and he's after it. And the ball is still loose on the floor, and ball still up. Keegan Sharp picks it up.
He's still alive.
And it's still running with it, and he is finally brought down.
Keegan Sharp.
Boy, he was on a mission.
He
boom! He pushes the punter out of the way, or tackles him,
and then he sort of holds him back.
And then here comes.
And it's his brother.
And
Caden Sharp misses it,
and Keegan picks it up. And right now he's still up,
still alive.
Yeah, because his knees have not touched the ground, and now he is.
He got tackled by his own brother, the Sharp brothers.
No, I don't understand.
Almost like a comedy routine back there.
Yeah, I don't know why the clock's not running.
There it goes. Yeah, twin brothers, the Sharps back there.
It'll be 1st and 10. Wallace is your quarterback. He'll turn. He'll give the ball to Henshin.
That's not Henshin. That's we got some new running backs in there. 22.
Oh, that's Caden Sharp.
Caden Sharp. Nice little off tackle there.
Well, Cody Wallace, if he's not in shape, he's going to be in shape by the end of the game because the Roughrider quarterback runs to the sideline, gets the play from offensive coordinator Kobe Fry, and then runs back out onto the field.
Yeah, they're able to slow things down a little bit that way too, though, and eat up more of that clock.
So Cody Wallace, the sophomore. Perry, touchdown Roughriders. As Kevin Perry totes the football in for the Roughriders from 13 yards out.
Nice job by Perry of getting that ball back up into his hands.
It wasn't 13 yards out, was it? It was closer than that. I think this is Hunter Sprague that's going to be doing the point after.
86, yeah.
No, that's Logan Rush. I'm sorry. Logan Rush. There's the snap. Kick is up, and the kick is good. So with the score, the St. Mary's Roughriders 49, the Franklin Wildcats 6 with 5:46 remaining here in the third quarter. We'll take a break. We'll be right back right after this.
Albert Sporting Goods is here to outfit your team, both on and off the field. Since 1980, Albert Sporting Goods has serviced schools, clubs, and businesses throughout Ohio. For all of your uniform, spirit wear, and equipment needs, make it Albert Sporting Goods. Order online now at albertsportinggoods.com and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
49-6 on the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard. You see it on your screen, 5:46 remaining in the third quarter. This Rough Rider kickoff is being brought to you by Lori Yelton State Farm Insurance. Be a legend, insure your life. Lori Yelton, State Farm Insurance.
Rush is going to take the kickoff as well.
So
Joe, that was a 7-yard touchdown run from Kevin Perry.
So I'm sure head coach Bo Fry is going to start filtering in some of his substitutes, backups, if you will, into the course of the ball game. Here's the kick by, and the ball is down. So Logan Rush's kick was a little bit short, but nonetheless.
Kind of an unintentional.
I think so.
Squib kick.
Yeah. All right, let's give our answer while the Wildcats are getting ready to come back out on the field for their play. What Rough Rider player holds the all-time scoring record for one game, most points scored in one game? It happened in 1976 against the Defiance Bulldogs. Ronnie Keith scored 32 points in one game. So the answer is Ron Keith.
We were trying to figure out how that was. Where do you get 32 points from? Because, you're thinking multiples of 6 or – maybe how do you get to 32? But you said that Skip
never
kicked extra points.
Never.
Always ran.
Always.
I never knew that. I
Always.
Guess. I haven't watched enough old film.
They didn't even practice field goals or extra points.
Wow.
At all. Nope. Not at all. And I think, in all honesty, the majority of teams back then would always go for the 2-point conversion. Prickett, the ball carrier for Franklin. Roughriders say they have the football, but we'll see what the official says. I think they're going to say the ball was dead. So it'll be 3rd down and 9 for the Roughriders. Here comes Dylan Giesige out. Roughriders are starting to filter in some substitute players, as we mentioned earlier. So it'll be 3rd down and 9. The ball is placed at the Franklin 22-yard line. We got a flag on the play, I believe. That was Reagan Brown on the carry.
Probably going to be holding from St. Mary's, but now maybe they're going to say it was a dead ball false illegal shift. So it's a legal shift on Franklin, but St. Mary's declined it, which brings it up 4th down.
All right, let's take a look and see if we can. Carter Steinberg is one man back to receive the punt. Steinberg is going to let it roll. He's going to get out of the way. Gets another Franklin roll. So the Roughriders will have it 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Is that what you're going to go with? Eric Dunlap? Congratulations to Eric Dunlap. He guessed Ron Keith, and he is the winner of a large 2-topping pizza from Guarneri's Pizzeria and Sub. You can pick up your certificate at Lori Yelton State Farm Insurance right across the street, and she'll give you that certificate sometime next week. You'll be able to pop in there and get that. So it is Derek.
Eric Dunlap.
Derek.
Eric Dunlap.
Clock continues to run, 49-6.
Rain looks like it's
on the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard. That's Jamal Kessler on the carry for the Roughriders. Cody Wallace is still the Roughrider quarterback.
Got some nice new linemen into the game this drive. 63, 77. Xavier LeClaire.
Oh, yeah, we'll keep an eye on him.
We've seen some pancake blocks.
He's the pancake master.
Yep. It's going to be a pass from Cody Wallace.
And he's going to roll and run. He's to the 38-yard line. Nice run by Cody Wallace. I'll tell you what, that's got to be a confidence builder for him to take a shot like that to that collarbone. Yep. So.
No doubt that the St. Mary's coaching staff wants to get him some touches and get him get him hit.
And if there's a good thing about breaking his collarbone, it was on his non-throwing arm. And that tackle right there, he landed on that left shoulder, so everything seemed to be in working order, so to speak. So The sophomore under center. He'll turn. He'll give the ball to Caden. Is it Caden Sharp or is
23.
it 23?
I think that's
Caleb Felber. Boy, he's quick too, isn't he?
Yeah.
Well, he's not very big. I'll tell you what, if he's 5'7", then I'm 7'4". But he's not no 5'7". He looks smaller than that.
He was shifty though. That was nice, right up the middle, quick through the hole, agile.
Absolutely. We got a timeout on we got the end of the third quarter. I thought it was timeout, but it's the end of the third quarter with the score. The St. Mary's Roughriders 49, the Franklin Wildcats 6 on the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard. Back with the final 12 right after this.
St. Mary's Legion Post 323, veterans working for veterans and the future of our country. The St. Mary's Legion Post 323 supports veterans programs such as Gifts for Yanks, Support the Troops, Comfort Warriors, Blood Donor, POW MIA programs, as well as children and youth programs. The St. Mary's Legion Post 323 also donates thousands of dollars each year to local summer programs such as Boys State, Girls State, Scholarships in Education, Boy Scouts, Oratorical, and Shooting Sports. St. Mary's Legion Post 323, remembering the past, living the present, and working for the future.
All righty, we want to give another shout out to those folks out at the VFW watching Rough Rider football on Rider Nation Station. Did you know that the VFW also donates to the schools, sports, All Abilities Park? They donate to Summerfest programs, Veterans in Distress, Dayton VA, the Veterans Food Pantry, and more. So I'll tell you the good work that they do out there at the VFW in St. Mary's.
Pretty big hit there from. Unable to see who was running that. Can we get another replay of that maybe? Just check out who that running back was. Number 10.
Steinberg.
Carter Steinberg, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Great to see some of these younger guys get in the game. Ooh, a little false start there.
Yeah, he raised his arm up. It took a while for the official to throw the Dave Weilbacher penalty flag.
I don't know. You're allowed to put. Well, we talked about that with Mark Cisco. You're allowed to put two hands down if you fall forward. You can stop like that. I think. I've never seen one go backwards though.
Well, there you go. There's one for the show.
We'll take a look at that with Mark Cisco and the rules of the game this week.
Dominic Osborne checks in for the Rough Riders. He's a freshman. He's at the halfback spot. Cody Wallace will turn. He's going to go back and throw the football. He's got people open, and he throws an interception.
Number 15, Ethan Atkins for Franklin. Pretty nice ball from Cody Wallace, but just not enough air underneath it to get it over the Franklin defender. There's a flag on the field.
There's another Dave Weilbacher attorney penalty flag. It's declined. I think the rain, as you mentioned earlier, Zach, has stopped. So the Franklin Wildcats will get the football. 1st and 10 at the Rough Rider 49-yard line. First miscue for the Rough Riders in the ball game. What's the Riders got rushing, Zach?
Right now the Rough Riders are sitting on 402 yards, total yards. Actually, so rushing-wise only 382, but
wow.
Total yards over 400.
Reagan Brown, the ball carrier for the Wildcats. We'll give him a gain of about a yard. We'll call it 2nd down and 9.
Hunter Mabry in there making a nice play, follows through with it.
I'll tell you what, I want to give a shout out to all these Rough Rider faithful that came here tonight and donned their weather apparel to watch this ball game. Wow, nice defense against Prickett. Man, they stuffed him like right now.
Yeah.
Good job. But
Franklin's starting offense still in the game, and St. Mary's backups not scared.
I see Brandon Amstutz, I think, number 61 in the ball game.
Number 14, number 47.
47.
Nice shot here on the Albert Sporting Goods pylon cam.
He's going to have to throw some money into getting a camera in that thing.
We want to thank Albert Sporting Goods for sponsoring Rider Nation Station.
Brown's going to let one go, and it's incomplete. Good coverage. By the Roughriders.
That was 23 again, Joe. That was
Caleb Felber.
Caleb Felber, that fullback that we saw. Yeah, does a nice job of staying with his man and focusing on the ball, not getting into the too wrapped up with the wide receiver. 4th down and 10, and Franklin's going to go for it here.
Oh, it's picked off.
Felber.
He's to the 45, and he's to the 40-yard line. Nice job by. Oh, we're gonna get a roughing. I just caught that one out of the corner of my eye. We're going to get a roughing or unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on the Roughriders.
Let's watch this interception, though, first.
Nice.
Just over the receiver, and Felver does the rest down the field.
It'll be coming down here. It's going to be off. There it is, right there.
Number 12 from St. Mary's just pushing after the play.
Luke Bournes. It was a David Wildbacher attorney at law penalty on the play. So we'll see where they're going to mark the football after it's all said and done.
I saw him. I think we also going to have taunting then after the
who's that going to be on?
Personal foul.
Them?
Of course. Yeah. I think probably the same player. I think it was a push and then kind of a standing over the top of him.
I guess that's what adrenaline will do for you.
Well, you get a chance to get in the game all year the first time.
I get it.
And you
he's excited.
Want to take advantage. You have a big interception going the other way. You want to lay a hit on someone. You got to do it between the whistles.
Absolutely. Yep. So we're going to mark this back, and the Roughriders will have the ball 1st and 10. It's going to be about the 40-yard line, or excuse me, 49-yard line. I think we might be looking at a new quarterback. No, maybe not. Well, we might. Number 12, Luke Bournes. Might be he's a freshman.
So Luke Bournes, after getting that penalty, comes in for quarterback, so has a chance to make up those yardage that he brought the team back a little bit here.
So Bournes at quarterback under center. Oh, we got movement here. That ain't gonna work. Yeah. The Jack Snethkamp, also a freshman, was split out wide to the right. He didn't get set. And then when they snapped the ball prior to, he was just moving back. He apparently lined up off sides, started to move back. They snapped the ball. He
was in motion.
Yep. So we'll move the ball back 5. It'll be 1st down and 15. The ball is placed at the Roughrider 44-yard line. Bournes under center. He'll turn.
47.
That's Dominic Osborne on the carry. He's also a freshman.
Looks like 3 more Rough Riders coming into the game. 87, 74.
Caden Smith, 74.
92.
Michael Frilling. Second down and 19 for the Rough Riders. Nothing there. Well, keep in mind, I think Franklin still has their first team unit in.
Yeah, I think they've got some of their guys out though. They took out 23. They took out 6. But they've still got some of their guys in. 74, big guy up front.
I'll tell you what, he's Jacob Hale, 5'10", 280 pounds, senior. Clock continues to run. You see it on your screen. 5:15 remaining.
.25 the ball carrier for St. Mary's.
Brendan Ackley. So it'll bring up a punting situation for the Rough Riders. We'll see who will do the punting for St. Mary's. And they may not punt. They may just go with it. Nope, they're gonna go for it.
Wonder if they'll take a shot down the field to try to get a first down here. 4th and 15.
Luke Bournes, here comes the counter back, and it's stopped right there by number 57. That's Levi Davidson for
47 for St. Mary's on that carry.
That was Dominic Osborne. So the Rough Riders will turn the football over on downs. And the Franklin Wildcats will have the ball on offense. One of the rare times they're going to get a start in St. Mary's territory. Clock is running. Play clock is down to 15. St. Mary's has all 3 timeouts remaining. Franklin has 2 timeouts remaining. They better hurry. They're not going to get it off. Nope. Delay a game. Seriously?
Maybe they're going to let it go. I'm not sure.
18, the ball carrier. I don't know what happened on that. I was watching the play clock, and it had run out. Then all of a sudden it jumped back to 24. I think that was 18.
Yep.
Brody Whaley. He's a junior. So it'll bring up second down and 10 for the Franklin Wildcats. They trail in the ball game 49-6 on the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard. I want to remind everybody that you'll be able to see this on the American Legion Post 323 highlight reel tomorrow. We'll put the highlights of this game together, and you'll be able to watch the high points of this ball game. And really, in all honesty, it's pretty much all St. Mary's from the get-go.
Yeah, that's just the second first down by
We got some
Franklin.
Dave Weilbacher penalty on the play.
I think they called it face mask or horse collar.
Rough Riders didn't take long to score in the ball game.
Watch a replay here. 18, nice speed around the edge. 47, yeah, he's holding on to that face mask on the left side there.
So that'll put the ball at the St. Mary's 19-yard line. There's a touchdown for Reagan Brown.
Well, it's nice to see Franklin ending the game on a high note. Getting their junior Reagan Brown into the end zone.
So the point after attempt will It will be Isaiah Bales.
The shutout was already gone, so I'd feel worse if the.
Okay.
If the
We'll go with that. Snap is back. Places down. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 2:12 remaining, it's the St. Mary's Roughriders 49. The Franklin Wildcats 13 on the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard. Back right after this.
Auglaize Equipment Rental is your source for all your equipment needs. Whether you're a contractor or a homeowner with a project, we can help get the job done more efficiently. Check us out at 1900 Salina Road or auglaizeequipmentrental.com or just call 419-394-7883. Auglaize Equipment Rental. Buffalo Wild Wings in St. Mary's, proud to support Roughrider Athletics and the Memorial Student Athletes. Join Buffalo Wild Wings for each Roughriders football game, streamed on Rider Nation Station. Buffalo Wild Wings, wings, drinks, sports.
Back at Grand Lake Health System Field, Joe Hurlbert alongside Zach Farrell. Glad to have you along wherever you may be watching on Rider Nation Station. Again, a shout out to all those folks at the VFW. I think there's some people gathered at the Guarneri's and places like that all around the area. The Eagles
and American Legion. All of our wonderful Rider Nation sponsors, they put the games up on the TVs and they get people in there every week, and it's great I love hearing about it around town when I walk around. Hey, I was at VFW
Absolutely.
with my friends. Hey, I was at Guarneri's watching you guys. It's great to hear. Joe,
Yep.
Chaminade Julian Eagles beat the Hamilton Ross Rams 38-17.
Really?
So St. Mary's will be playing.
St. Mary's will host another game.
That's right. Against the Chaminade Julian Eagles, team that my 2004 St. Mary's team beat in the playoffs on our way for our state runners-up. I think that was Carter Steinberg again, number 10.
Now, wait a minute. That wasn't when Big Daddy Wilkerson played, was it?
No, that was Dayton Dunbar.
Oh, Dayton Dunbar. Okay,
that was in the early 90s.
You're right.
I'll tell you though, on the Chaminade Julian Eagles, there was a Brendan Harrison that had a scholarship to Notre Dame, but ended up going to Michigan, I think.
Really?
I think I can't remember his last name. Tyrone Willingham maybe was at Notre Dame, and got fired. So the Brendan Harrison decommitted and went to. I'll have to look it up because we'll have to talk about it next week at the St. Mary's Place, Chaminade Julian. Looking around the WBL, Shawnee's final 28-0 over Cincinnati Hughes. Van Wert final 46-0 over Rossford. And Wapakoneta final 30-0 over the Dayton Dunbar Wolverines.
There you go. There's the touchdown you see on your screen. We're under a minute to play in the football contest. We'll call it 2nd down and 9.
$36.
That's Noah Dixon, freshman.
It's great to see some of these freshmen get in here, get some time. Really what this does to me, Joe, is it keeps them focused and keeps them into practice all week, because they've gotten the chance now to get out there. You know, typically your freshmen and your JV games end during the playoffs, so it gives them a chance to get out there on the field.
That's going to be the end of this ball game, and the Rough Riders will move on, and they will host. We believe they're going to host Dayton Chaminade Julienne next week right here at Grand Lake Health System Field. The final score on the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard, it's the St. Mary's Rough Riders 49, the Franklin Wildcats 13. We'll be back with our Hewer Renovating post-game show right after this.
In life, as in football, there's nothing like a good coach to help you achieve your goals. someone you can turn to for guidance, someone with a game plan to help you build up the financial strength you will need for retirement, family security, and life. With Prudential Advisors, that's what you'll get, someone who can help you build that financial strategy. To get started, contact Kelsey Burke, Financial Planner, and Denny Louth, Financial Advisor, at 419-394-8879 today.
Here at TLC, we expanded our business, so we wanted the security of knowing exactly where all the kids are and what's going on in each of the rooms. We chose Fowler's because we've done all our televisions with them, and they mentioned they have security systems. So we just wanted to go out and look at it, and they were very upfront, and they do excellent work from start to finish. And so we chose Fowler's TV. It's been great for us here at TLC Learning Center, and Fowler's TV would be great for anyone.
Guarneri's Pizzeria and Pub has partnered with Rider Nation Station this season so that every Friday night, Guarneri's can be Roughrider Football Central. Guarneri's will be streaming Roughrider football live every Friday night at 7, paired with your favorite Rider aid. Make sure to call and make your reservations now to ensure yourself a good seat. Call Guarneri's at 419-394-2244 and make your reservation today.
Miller Funeral Home has been serving the Roughrider community in its time of need since the 70s. Our business is a family affair, dedicated to serving families with integrity, dignity, and compassion. Miller Funeral Home, proud to be a supporter of the Roughrider community.
Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success, and supporter of the Rider Nation and St. Mary's community.
Since 1981, Plus One Professionals has serviced St. Mary's and the surrounding area and are ready to meet your real estate needs. They know the real estate market and can help you. Whether you're moving in, moving out, or around the area, Plus One Professionals are ready and eager to help you sell or buy your new home. They operate with the highest level of professionalism, expertise, and honesty as they help make your real estate dream a reality. Call Plus One Professionals at 419-394-7402 in St. Mary's today.
Alrighty, we'll welcome you back to Grand Lake Health Systems Field. Joe Hurlbert, Zach Farrell. You're watching and listening to the Hewer Renovating post-game show brought to you by Hewer Renovating in St. Mary's. So if you get an opportunity, give them a call. And at 419-394-8643 for Hewer Renovating. For all your home renovation needs, see Hewer Renovating. Zach, it was the Rough Riders from the get-go. Didn't take them very long to score. I think maybe 20 seconds, and they were up 7-0 as Braden Himmelgarn took the first play from the line of scrimmage, went 80 yards for a touchdown, and after that it was pretty much all Riders from the get-go.
Yeah, really set the tone.
Yes, it did.
From the initial snap of the way things were going to go tonight, and they didn't let up after that. That's what I like to see. Even after throwing a mistake interception for a touchdown, they didn't let up. They stayed on them. And they're going to need every bit of that next week against Chaminade Julian.
Absolutely.
Looking at the stats a little bit, Joe, St. Mary's had 19 first downs to Franklin's 3. Total yards, St. Mary's was able to stay above 400. 406 total yards offense. Wow. Franklin just 79. Passing, St. Mary's was 1 for 3 with 2 interceptions and a touchdown. Franklin was 1 for 7 with 3 interceptions. Passing net yards for St. Mary's just 20 to Franklin's 5. Rushing, St. Mary's had 50 rushing attempts for 386 yards. Franklin had 24 rushing attempts for 74 yards. Fumbles, St. Mary's had 1 fumble, no loss. Franklin had 3 fumbles, 1 loss. Looking at penalties, St. Mary's had 5 penalties for 45 yards. Most of those, frankly, coming at the end of the game there with the freshmen. Yep. Franklin had 2 penalties for 30 yards. Third down conversion, St. Mary's was 6 for 8. Franklin was 0 for 7. Punts, Franklin had 4 punts for 187 total yards, 67 being their longest. St. Mary's average drive start, 41.5 yard line. Franklin, 27.7 yard line. Time of possession, actually pretty even. St. Mary's 24 minutes, 45 seconds. Franklin, 21 minutes, 3 seconds. Just didn't need too much, honestly. Average drive start, St. Mary's, we already looked at that a little bit. Looking at some of the individuals, passing, Gavin Reinecke was 1 for 2 for 20 yards, a TD and an interception. Cody Wallace 0 for 1 with that interception. Rushing, Got a lot of rushers here for St. Mary's. Aiden Hinkle, 13 rushes for 75 yards. Wow. Ross Henshin, 9 rushes for 79 yards. Braden Himmelgarn, 7 rushes for 143 yards. Wow. Colton Mabry, 3 rushes for 35 yards. Brennan Ackley, 3 rushes for 4 yards. Cody Wallace, 2 rushes for 15 yards. Braden Sullivan, 2 rushes for 13 yards. Gavin Reinecke, 2 rushes for 3 yards. Caden Sharp, 2 rushes for 3 yards. Dominic Osborne, 2 rushes for -1 yards. That's all the computer goes on the one I'm looking at. I think we have other runners, but that's all we're going. That's as far down as we're going. Sorry, parents, if you're listening for your kid's name. Looking at receiving, St. Mary's, 1 catch, Braden Himmelgarn for 20 yards. For Franklin, Tressel Gibson, 1 completion on 3 attempts. Reagan Brown, 0 completions on 4 attempts. Reagan Brown, 12 rushes for 25 yards. Hunter Prickett, 8 rushes for 68 yards. Brody Whaley, 2 rushes for 13 yards. Receiving, not too much for Franklin. Looking a little bit at Franklin had their individual rushing. Reagan Brown, 12 rushes for 25 yards. Hunter Prickett, 8 rushes for 68 yards, but 60 of them were on that first rush.
Absolutely.
So that's seven remaining rushes for about 8 yards after that. Looking a little bit, just overall stats here, just total dominance on the field from St. Mary's, and hopefully a nice tune-up game for what they're going to need. A lot of focused and a lot of discipline and performance next week against Dayton Chaminade Julian.
All righty, Zach, thank you very much for those. We thank you, Hewer Renovating, for being our post-game sponsor. Hewer Renovating, for all your residential needs, give Craig a call at 419-394-8643. And we thank him again, as we did each and every sponsor, for sponsoring our halftime and post-game shows as the rain starts coming down.
Yeah, I probably need to thank our crew for being out there in this rain tonight. Doug Spencer all over the field,
great shots,
getting some great shots.
Mm-hmm.
I think we had Scott Anderson, Dave Walbacher, Rich Spencer,
and we had another camera guy, and Adam Milner
on the camera as well. So thanks everybody for getting our great shots tonight. Joe and I get to sit up here in the press box, in the air-conditioned and heated press box, while everyone else gets to go through the rain out there. So hopefully we'll have better weather next week.
Absolutely. We're going to make a mention one more time that if you are interested in supporting Rider Nation Station financially, you can do so by checking us out on Rider Nation Station and our Facebook page. You can donate there. You see it on your screen there. Also, you can mail your check to Doug Spencer. His address is 07396 Lynch Road in St. Mary's. And again, all that money will just go toward doing great things for this community as far as Roughrider athletics, our vodcasts, other events around the community. So we would appreciate your support in any way possible. So that's going to wrap it up here from Grand Lake Health System Field. The St. Mary's Roughriders run their record now to 9-2, and for all we think that they will have another home game next week right here at Grand Lake Health System Field against the Eagles of Dayton Chaminade Julienne. Should be a great matchup. If you can't make it out to the stadium, I encourage you to do so, because these guys need to hear people in the stands. Last year with the COVID, there was limited number of people in the stands, but boy, they need to hear the roar of the crowd. You've been there on Friday nights. I've been there on Friday nights, and there's nothing like the roar of the crowd to get your adrenaline pumped up for a big football game.
No, we earned this home field for the second round. We're going to need every bit of St. Mary's to come out here and put some enthusiasm in the stands next week.
And if you can't be here, again, watch us on Rider Nation Station, as we will bring you the game next week between the St. Mary's Roughriders and Dayton Chaminade Julienne. Once again, we want to thank our entire Rider Nation Station crew. Our final score, once again, the St. Mary's Roughriders 49, the Franklin Wildcats 13. For Zach Farrell, I'm Joe Hurlbert. Until next week, so long, everyone.
Thanks for watching another episode of Rider Nation Station. Help us help you by subscribing on YouTube or following us on Facebook.